Legend has it that if you hear a banshee wailing nearby, someone is about to die. The banshee is of Irish and Scottish mythology, a fairy woman who is an omen of death, and has been seen washing the blood-stained clothing of those about to die. Described as a lady in a white dress with long pale hair which is brushed with a silver comb. If you ever see a silver comb on the ground in Ireland, do not pick it up or the banshees will spirit you away. The Wicker Man is an ancient pagan ritual practiced in the British Isles on Beltane, the opposite day of the year to Halloween. Not much is known about the legend and ritual involved in the burning of the huge wicker figure that is in human form. The only accounts come from the writing of Julius Caesar. A giant effigy is constructed that represents the pagan sun god. The ritual some years involve human and animal sacrifice to appease the gods and ensure good crops will be grown the following year. The concept written about by Julius Caesar has also been made into Hollywood movies. The hag of the Welsh Mists is a hideous sight to behold. Silently stalking her prey until they pass a crossroad or stream, then she will start to scream. If the person thus doomed to die is a man, she will holler, my husband, but if the youth is to die, then she will cry, my child, my little child. Described as having a crooked back, hooked nose, long filthy hair, manic eyes, and long skinny arms which end in talon-like hands, she also is said to have bat-like wings hidden under her torn garments. A Welsh spectral hunting hound owned by King Anwen. According to Welsh folklore, their growling is loudest when they are at a distance, and as they draw nearer it grows softer and softer. Their coming is generally seen as a death portent. Ahasuerus, the Wandering Jew. As Jesus Christ struggled to cavalry bearing the weight of the cross, it is said that a man jeered in his face, telling him to make haste. To this Jesus replied, I am going, but you will tarry until I come again. This man was thus ordained by Jesus Christ himself to become the Wandering Jew, and from that moment nearly 2,000 years ago, he was doomed to trek the earth until Judgment Day. This man now walks eternal across the globe, often seen in the Celtic lands and upon the moors. Fairy glamour is finite, so the legends go, and every time a fairy shapeshifts, a little of its magic goes. These are the oldest of fairy, appearing like ant-like creatures to the human eye. Some say they are the souls of druids or children who passed away before baptism. Found only in East Anglia, the Haita sprite is not concerned with human presence, but is said to sometimes lead lost children home. Escaping from slavery, the Firbolgs sided with tyrants in a great war and were defeated. They were doomed to live an existence living in bogs and quagmires in Britain and Ireland, eating rats, birds and frogs. Through evolution they grow into other mythical creatures such as ballybogs, boogies, mudbogs, peat fairies, bogles and other similar foul swamp species. Strange creatures that roam sylvan riverbanks and other similar places in Scotland. Urisk would like nothing more than to hold a pleasant conversation with a human. However, their unusual appearance generally causes humans to run away in terror. This is unfortunate, for although the Urisk resembles the Greco-Roman fauns and satyrs, he does not share their sense of hedonism and lechery, and is probably most often to be found sat in quiet contemplation and solitude by a lonely stream. An unpleasant antisocial creature with one leg, which does not slow him down. He carries a spiked club in his extremely strong one arm. They are fierce and will attack humans with no provocation. Gwylion may be encountered in the Welsh mountains, tending to herds of goats. It is claimed that they may at times take the forms of these animals themselves. Otherwise they will sit ominously against rocks at the sides of paths. Sometimes they may attempt to lure travellers from the path onto deadly terrain. They have a strong fear of bright sunlight, cold iron and storms. If they are allowed to sit out a tempest inside a hill farmhouse, they will repay the favour by loyally guarding the farmers' dwellings and livestock from all danger. Death, the Grim Reaper. Ankou is known by many names. The Ankou was known to come calling at the dead of night, driving an old-fashioned hearse or body cart usually hauled either by horses or oxen. Sometimes he would walk alongside this vehicle, ultimately known as Ankou's chariot, the Carrig and Ankou or the Helwain. Scottish vampire women who congregate together in small numbers. They wear flowing green cloaks that almost conceal the fact that their legs are of a form more befitting deer. They may also at times take the forms of hooded crows. Highland tales relate how they may entrance men with their dancing before sinking their fangs into them.